Quadratic equations. Considering the trends from the past 3-4 years, this particular topic has become integral part of quant section in every banking exam. Yes, particularly banking exams. So in this video, you will learn everything about quadratic equations only which are related to the banking exams, not about the other competitive exams. Hi, I am Abhilash Varma. Welcome to Learn Online. Be it a clerical exam or PO exam, definitely you will see 5 quadratic equations in every banking exam. So that is the importance of this topic. Well, if you are equipped with all the required tricks of quadratic equation, you can solve most of the quadratic equation questions within 20 seconds. I mean 20 seconds per question. Well, of course, there are few exceptions when we consider the quadratic equations of SBI. Sometimes they usually take more time because of the variations in the powers and the size of the coefficient of x square and y square. Now, what are all those? You will understand in this series of videos. Now, before watching or understanding the actual questions of the quadratic equations, let us consider one quadratic equations and let us understand everything about it. Suppose if I consider an equation something like this, x square plus 3x plus 2 equal to 0. Now, the most important thing that what we have to do at the very beginning is factorizing the quadratic equation and taking out the roots. So let us factorize it first. So when I factorize it, we have 3x here, we have 2 here. Now we have to represent this 2 as a product of two numbers such that sum of the same two numbers is 3. I can take 2 into 1, 2, plus 2, plus 1. 2 into 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3. Sum must be positive 3, product must be positive 2. So, using these two terms, now let us rewrite the equation. What happens? X square plus 2x plus 1 into x is x plus 2 equal to 0. Okay. Suppose if I take x common from this, we have x plus 2 and I'll take 1 common from this, then there will be same x plus 2 equal to 0. Now we got two factors. One is x plus 1 equal to 0. Another one is x plus 2 equal to 0. So these two are nothing but factors of the quadratic equation. But what we need is roots. So x is equals to minus 1, x equal to minus 2. So these are the values of x are roots of the equation x square plus 3x plus 2. Well, in the exam, you need not to do all this. So when you observe this carefully, what is happening? 2, I wrote it as a product of two numbers, 2 into 1, plus 2 plus 1. Now, if I have plus 2 plus 1 here, I'll be getting roots as minus 2 minus 1. Let me write it in proper order. Okay, we will take bigger one on the left hand side and the small one at right hand side. Only the magnitude, forget the sign. Okay, now let me consider another equation for you. Suppose if I consider this equation, x square minus 5x plus 6. What is happening? I want product of two numbers to be 6, right? 2 into 3 is 6. Well, if you see, sum of the two numbers must be minus 5. So I'll put minus 2 minus 3. What is happening? X square minus 2x minus 3x plus 6 equal to 0. So if you write it in the same order, you will get x equal to 3 and x equal to 2. From here itself, we can actually write it eliminating this part. I told you, if this is minus, this has to be plus. If this is minus, this has to be plus. So this time roots are plus 3 and plus 2. Now let us look at another equation. Okay. Suppose if the equation is this, x square plus x minus 6. What is happening? Again, we shall take 3 into 2, 6. Product must be negative this time. It means one of the numbers must be negative. Now here sum has to be plus 1. There is nothing beside 1. It is nothing but there is 1. Agree? So this has to be 1x. So it means I will take this as positive, this as negative. Plus 3 minus 2 sum is plus 1. And product plus into minus is minus. What will be the roots? X equal to minus 3, x equal to 2. Right? So these are our roots. One last equation. Suppose if the equation is this way. X square minus x minus 6 equal to 0. What is happening? Again, I want product of two numbers must be minus 6. I will take 3 into 2 as 6. Now this time sum of two numbers must be minus 1. Because there is nothing beside the x, coefficient is 1. So this has to be minus, this has to be plus. Agree? What is happening? Minus 3 into plus 2 is minus 6. Minus 3 plus 2, sum is minus 1. Perfect. Then the roots will be x is equals to 3 and x equals to minus 2. Right? Now if you observe carefully, now we need not to solve all the equations completely like this. So this is our equation number 1, equation number 2, equation number 3, equation number 4. I have solved 4 simple equations and I tried to show you how to take out the roots. Well, just by writing this, you can take out the roots. And few people use a trick of the signs based on the equations. Now, if you see the signs in the equation here, we have plus and plus. Agree? So let us make a column here. This is about the equation and this is about the roots. Right? Now what is happening? If you observe carefully, here we have x coefficient 3 and the sign is positive and the constant is also positive. If the constant and the x part both are positive, what are the roots? Minus 2, minus 1. So these roots becomes minus. Am I right? Perfect. Now in the second equation, we have minus and plus. Minus and plus. Now what are the roots? Positive and positive. Now again, in this case, in the equation we have plus and minus. Plus x minus 6. What are the roots? Roots are minus 3 plus 2. That is minus and plus. In the last equation, we have both minus and minus. What do we get? Plus and minus. Right? So this particular trend of the signs will help you in eliminating the options. But well, in most of the problems, I won't be using this blind methods. Rather than, we will be concentrating mainly on calculating the roots in as fast as possible. Agree? So this is just for the reference. If you want, you can use it. But I wouldn't be going with these kind of blind methods because when the powers changes, instead of squares, if you have cubes or 2 by 3, something like that, these might not be useful. So that is the reason what we do in these videos is we will concentrate mainly on the mechanism, the traditional method. But we will make sure we will get the answer within 20 seconds. So I will help you how to do that part without any of the blind tricks. Now we shall see actual questions in the quadratic equations. Well, our first question is something like this. See, there are two equations. One is in terms of x and the other one is in terms of y. Now solving these two quadratic equations, we have to tell whether x is greater than y, x is less than y, x is greater than or equal to y, x is less than or equal to y, and the last option, either x equal to y or relationship between x and y cannot be determined. Right? So the options will be same for all the questions. So let us go with the solutions. What can we do? See, first question, I'll be going in a very slow way. I will completely solve the entire two equations, and then onwards eventually we will reduce the steps. Well, there are two equations, one is in terms of x and the other one is in terms of y, right? Start with the x square plus 3x plus 2. Similar equations which we have already solved, right? What do we have here? Constant 2. We will take two numbers whose product is 2 and sum is plus 3. That is 2 into 1 plus 2 plus 1. 2 into 1 is plus 2. Product is perfect. Sum 2 plus 1, 3. Perfect. Then what are our factors? Our factors will be x equals to minus 2 and x equals to minus 1. Agree? Coming to y. What do we have the constant as? 6. Let us solve for the equation. Now, I want product of two numbers to be 6 and their sum must be 5. What do we get? 2 into 3 is 6, right? Plus and we'll get plus y. Perfect. So what will be the roots? Y is equals to minus 2 and y is equals to minus 3. Right? Now we have to compare x and y. So initially, let me show you how to compare them with the number line. Okay? On the number line, let us say this is 0. Now, if I try to represent x and y here, x, 1 is minus 2, 1 is minus 1. This, let's say minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, 1, 2, 3. What are the x values? Minus 1. This is x. Another one, minus 2. This is also x. Minus 1, minus 2. Now let us represent y. What are the y values? Minus 2, minus 3. This is y and this is y. Now compare. If you compare this x value, this is greater than both the y's. Because this is minus 1. These are minus 2, minus 3. So one thing we know that x is greater than y. X is greater than y. Now, if you observe another possibility here, at minus 2 both are equal. So, in this case, x is equal to y. So, that's why our answer is x is greater than or equal to y. And that must be our answer. Do we have the option? Yes, option C is our answer. Now, observe. Should we draw this number line every time? No. Just by looking at the roots, you can do this. If you see, let us compare the first value of the x with the values of y. Minus 2 is there. Minus 2 is equal to minus 2. Equal. Minus 2 is greater than minus 3. Agree? So, what is happening? X is greater than minus y. X is equal to y. Here itself we got x is greater than equal to y. If you compare this value, x is greater than y, x is greater than y. So we have both greater than as well as equal to. So that's why x is greater than or equal to y. I hope you're understanding this part. What if we use the table of signs, which I have already shown you. Now if you observe, for x we have plus and plus here. It means roots must be minus and minus. If you see, roots are minus and minus. In this case, for y, signs are plus and plus. It means roots must be minus and minus. Do we have? Yes. Now in both the cases, you have minus and minus. Can we directly tell the answer? No. You must calculate the roots. When can we directly tell the answer using the signs? If one is completely positive, positive, and one is completely negative, negative, then we can directly tell x is greater than y. But if not, you must always calculate the roots. See, 99% of the cases, you will have to calculate the roots. Right? So, which are the exceptions that you will be seeing in the other problems. Now, if you look at our second question, again we have two quadratic equations, one in terms of x and the other one in terms of y. We need to solve them and we have to tell the relationship between x and y according to the options. Let us solve. So first thing what you need to do in this is you have to rewrite the equations. So in terms of x, this becomes x square. Let us bring x to the left hand side. That becomes x square minus 7x plus 12 equal to 0. Another one. We have to bring this 11y to the left of the equal sign. So that becomes y square minus 11y plus 30 equal to 0. Agree? Now, let us solve for both the equations. First one, what do we have here? 12. Product of two numbers has to be 12 and their sum has to be 7. 4 into 3 is 12. Now, the sum has to be negative and the product has to be positive. Means both are minus, minus. What do we have here? Minus and minus. Minus into minus, plus. Plus 12, perfect. Minus 4, minus 3, minus 7, perfect. Then what will be the roots? X equal to 4 and x equal to 3 will be the roots. We can directly write it. Coming to here. Y. What is the value? 30. See, product of two numbers has to be 30 and their sum has to be 11. 6 into 5 is 30. Product is plus. Sum is negative. Means minus 6, minus 5. If I take minus 6, minus 5. Minus into minus plus 6 5 is 30. Minus 6 minus 5 minus 11, perfect. Then what will be the values? Y is equals to 6. Y is equals to 5. Now comparison. If you see both the values of x3 and 4 are less than both the values of y, directly we can say x is less than y. Now, can we use the sign table to directly tell the answer? No. Why? Here, in the equation, we have minus and plus. Means, what will be the roots? Roots both will be positive. Here as well in the equation, we have minus and plus. Right? What will be the roots? Both must be positive. Now, these are also positive. These are also positive. So, you cannot directly tell the answer unless you know the roots, roots of x and roots of y. So, that's why I calculated first roots rather than applying the sign table here. So, just once you calculate the roots, you can directly tell by looking at them, x is a less than y. This question can be solved less than 15 seconds if you know how to take out the factors there. Right? So, let us continue with few more questions here. To watch more free videos, download our LOL application from Play Stores. If you are benefited by these videos, please like and share our videos. And also do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you don't miss any of our new videos that we upload regularly. If you have any queries or suggestions, please drop them in the comment section below. Also, if you want to reach out to me or any of my team members, you can always do that through any of the social media platforms and the links of which are already provided in the description below.